Hey, good afternoon, everybody. So today I'd like to take an opportunity to talk about what's going on in the studio and reaction. I just saw the post from Steel Warrior Studios, and man, that makes me sad. Like, I watched those guys over the past 3 years build a serious partnership, come out with extensive stuff, and build a business, man. Just going from basic design skills to the epic projects they've made and everything. And that's heartbreaking. I respect personal stuff's come up. I don't know the whole story. Don't need to know. I respected the decision. Um, when I started 3D printing in 2019, Steel Warrior Studios is what really got me motivated to learn Tinkercad and just experiment and get into this whole hobby of 3D printing along with one of my really good friends in New Orleans. That's rough. But the next part of this video is the challenge update. It is really hard to build a sturdy 50C3 company with just what's on the market in plastic. So you would have to buy one box to get the Atlas. There's no plastic Mauler yet. You would have to buy two of the fire support lances with two Cyclopses, two dragons, two spiders, and two thugs. Unfortunately, the thug doesn't have a C3 variant until 3060 something. So that's a waste of two. Then you would have to get the heavy lance to get the grasshopper. And then you would have to get the striker lance to get the Jenners and the Panthers. So that's already over 200 bucks. If you had ARIES Games and Miniatures, which is always linked in the description below, you could order a Mauler, Quickdraw, and a couple of other mechs. Mauler and Quickdraw, definitely. And I had a list. I moved it. Dag nabbit. Teacher brain. Got it. Okay. From the table in the back that's currently off screen. So you would have to get a crab, wolf trap, and a Kintaro charger, which is not in the box of the Mauler, from other sources. That's a stretch. Luckily for 30 bucks, you can play a C3 Lance. For another 60 bucks, you could play two C3 Lances. If you were running non-canon, i.e., we have prototype thugs, we have prototype other mechs that we put C3 in, yeah, you could build a C3 company. Just add on that. I'm just not thrilled. So as far as the studio equipment, I have Sony Vegas Pro, and I did not upgrade Sony Vegas in the past 4 years since my dad passed. I was happy with I have 15. I was happy with 15 and everything I could do. I learned how to green screen, monochrome, key filter out, what have you, whatnot. But I got 20 because it has a live stream interface already. So I have to start dedicating time to do a live stream so I can get crowd interactions. First and foremost, love everybody. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the views. I did this Thanksgiving series as a joke. I'm going to have to get more serious now. I would like to cover every box on the market, when pros, cons, worth it or not worth it. Especially for new players, and I know sleep apnea makes me yawn. Sorry. So, why Sony Vegas Pro? Motion tracking, chroma key, bling out. Let me share my screen. I'm working on a bat rep from the other night. And when you look at the video, I'm zooming in and it's going to fill out the screen. And 2 points if you can guess what movie the background's from. But the whole wall of Dragon's Lair in room 4 is green. It's the perfect monochrome green where you could set up anything you wanted. And then you could turn around and blank out the walls. So Monday night's game was an experiment. I'm giving previews for my new Kickstarter. I have all of the walls that I printed off from Thingiverse. I have the walls that I printed out from 3D Breeds. I have the Mech Factory from Project Mobius. I have the thermal generators from District 12. But then mixed in various places, I have my own building. So the opponent had 16 mechs, 24 turrets. I had 32 tanks and 8 mechs. But the bat rep video will be separate. I'm still working on it, looking for the sound effects and the other stuff that I bought. But it literally took watching a 2-minute video and practicing for about an hour to be able to do my chroma key effects and hide all these buildings beautifully. I also took the time to set up my home studio so I could start editing from home again and do tactics and bat reps there. So yeah, Sony Vegas Pro 20 got it for 130 bucks because I was able to use the upgrade discount. Normally a $600 piece of software I got for 130. Can't argue with that at all, but it is what it is. So last but not least, I don't know if I should do a separate video. I will do a separate video, but I want to start the conversation here. I want to not play 300 points of Alpha Strike. And it's not that I'm being petty. I'm not being petty. I'm not knocking anyone who plays 300 themed list competitively, place at a regional or a con tournament. That's beautiful. That's great. I've been playing Battletech for over 30 years. I'm 43. So I have a regiment of Karita. I have 2.5 battalions of Steiner. I have 2 battalions of Davian. I have a battalion of Merrick. I have a battalion and a half of Liao. I have multiple trinaries and clusters of clans. I don't want to play with 6 minis, especially when I keep buying minis, and that's my personal crutch, and I'm going to stick to my own confession. But hear me out when I say this. I want to do an invite-only Mech Commander Generals Challenge of at least a battalion. I don't mind walking around a table for 6 hours, standing and eating with pizza, rolling dice, and laughing. I don't mind fighting big brain thinkers. I also already have done a 10K challenge that's on the channel from 2018. You got to go to the archives. I need to narrate it. I just need to blank it out, speed it up, and narrate it. We had over 160 units aside with dropships and lambs and artillery and hovercraft and mechs and battle armor, and infantry and indirect fire, direct fire, extreme distancing, aerospace fighter support, helicopters, you name it, we had it. That's what I really like. And I notice some people don't have the attention span, the stomach, or the tactical and strategic willpower to manage that much. And I'm not picking on you. I'm looking for the monsters. You know who you are. If you're watching this, I'm really looking for the monsters that specialize in full-fledged planetary combat. I'm looking for you. And I don't mind working with someone, especially Tuck or anybody, to host it. I really want to fight the greatest. I really want to lose to the greatest strategic mind out there. That's my soapbox, and I'm sticking to it. So with that, no, Adidas didn't sponsor the video. It's just my Trailblazer. And no, I forgot to bring my Not a Coke product from my other sponsorship. But last thing, if you are one of the many channels I'm subscribed to and you got stickers, I want stickers for Christmas. Why? That way, when other gamers and my students and other people see my laptop or my home computer, I can say, hey, I worked with this person, or we collaborated, or we did something awesome. I really support small businesses my fellow artists and creators, and everybody in the community. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Have a beautiful Wednesday.